Welcome back to the channel, Vintage Truck Lovers. Today, we're diving into a slice of rugged Americana, a 1971 Ford F-100 Sport Custom in a jaw-dropping period-correct two-tone green. It's currently turning heads on Bring a Trailer, and trust us, this is more than just a pickup. It's a piece of rolling history that defines what it meant to be a truck in a much simpler, more honest time. Let's rewind the clock to the early 1970s. Back then, trucks weren't about touchscreen infotainment or luxury trims with quilted leather. No, the fifth-generation Ford F-Series, built from 1967 to 1972, was unapologetically a workhorse. These were the vehicles that farmers, construction workers, and small-town business owners relied on every single day. The 1971 model year marked one of the last in this design run, and what we have here is a sport custom trim that perfectly captures the no-nonsense, blue-collar spirit of the era. This particular F-100 is dressed in Boxwood Green over seafoam. Green, a striking two-tone combo that screams vintage authenticity. It's got the original steel wheels, factory hubcaps, and, most impressively, it hasn't been resto-modded. That's right, no oversized rims, no lowered suspension, no modern LED headlights, just good old-fashioned American steel in its original form, and that alone makes it rare. The exterior is all charm and simplicity. Its squared-off stance, clean lines, and modest chrome accents evoke a time when trucks were built for utility but still had character. You can almost picture this truck rolling through a dusty Midwestern town, hauling feed or tools in the back, getting the job done without complaint. Now let's peek inside. The cabin of this 71 F-100 is exactly what you'd expect. Simple, rugged, and durable. There's rubber floor matting instead of carpet, a straightforward bench seat that's wide enough for three, and large analog dials staring back at you from a no-frills dashboard. There's no digital gauge cluster here, no heated seats, no backup camera. What you do get is a glove box vanity mirror, a 3-speed automatic, and an aftermarket cassette deck. That's it. And frankly, that's all you need in a truck like this. Pop the hood, and you'll find a 360 cubic inch V8, a stout and reliable engine from Ford's MEL family. It's not a race motor, but it's built to haul, tow, and last. With recent maintenance including a new water pump, fuel pump, drive belts, battery, and a full brake refresh, this truck isn't just a museum piece, it's road-ready and eager to get to work. That brings us to the real heart of this truck's appeal. Authenticity. This isn't a trailer queen built for Instagram. It's a survivor. And the fact that it hasn't been molested with modern upgrades makes it all the more valuable to purists and collectors. Even the backstory adds depth. This truck was originally sold in Oregon City, Oregon, the official end of the Oregon Trail. That's not just poetic, it's fitting. Because just like the settlers who made that treacherous journey west, this truck represents resilience, honesty, and good old American grit. It was a tool, a reliable companion through long days, heavy loads, and rough roads. Mechanically, this F-100 is in excellent shape thanks to diligent upkeep. Not only has the drivetrain been refreshed, but new shocks and braking components have also been installed to ensure it rides and stops as confidently as it did in 1971. And while the bed now has a spray-in liner, a subtle nod to modern utility, it's still every bit the working-class warrior it always was. So what does this mean for today's market? Well, classic truck values have been climbing steadily. Clean, original F-100s are becoming harder to find, especially ones that haven't been chopped, dropped, or chromed out beyond recognition. For collectors who appreciate originality, this is a gem. And while many F-100s from this era were driven into the ground or repurposed into hot rods, this example has managed to survive with its soul intact. Sure, you won't be breaking any speed records in this truck, and don't expect 30 mph, but what you will get is a connection. A connection to an era when trucks were trucks, when steel was thick, and when simplicity was a virtue. Could this F-100 be your next weekend cruiser, garage centerpiece, or even a light-duty hauler for home projects? Absolutely. It's got the looks, the history, and the mechanical integrity to back it up. But more than that, it has a story. And owning a truck like this means becoming part of that story. So tell us in the comments, would you preserve it, drive it, or put it to work? Does the honest charm of this 71 Ford F-100 speak to you the way it speaks to us? If you enjoyed this trip down vintage truck lane, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more classic vehicle content, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a ride through automotive history. And there you have it, the 1971 Ford F-100 Sport Custom. A truck that doesn't try to impress you with gadgets or speed, but instead wins you over with its honesty, history, and heart. It's a rare thing today. A vehicle that's as real as the people who built it and the people who drove it. In a world where modern trucks are more like tech lounges on wheels, this F-100 reminds us what trucks used to be. Tough, simple, trustworthy. You turn the key, it roars to life. No screens, no sensors, just pure mechanical soul, wrapped in steel and sprinkled with just the right amount of 1970s charm. It's not just about horsepower or torque numbers with this one. It's about connection. When you slide onto that vinyl bench seat, grab that big steering wheel and put it in drive, you're not just operating a machine, you're stepping into a living story. You're experiencing a piece of America's working past. Now, whether you're a collector looking for your next prize, a vintage enthusiast who wants something real to cruise on Sundays, or just someone who appreciates old-school craftsmanship, this F-100 checks all the boxes. And if you're lucky enough to snag one like this off Bring a Trailer, you're not just buying a truck, you're preserving a legacy. So before we wrap up, we want to hear from you. Would you daily this F-100? Would you restore it or leave it just as it is? What's your dream classic truck? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing from fellow gearheads, collectors, and dreamers like you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who loves vintage steel, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most iconic cars and trucks. Until next time, keep your tires aired up, your gas tank full, and your heart aimed toward the open road. Stay classy, stay chrome, stay rolling.